Welcome, folks, to the Stretch Run Black Friday edition. This is Oldy, joined by my friend Chris Walsh here. We are right up against race 12, the closeout of the card at Churchill. I bombed out of the pick 5 in the last race, but had a nice ticket together and just missed there. In a spread race, I didn't have the right long shot. So welcome, everybody. I hope you're having a great Black Friday, and we're ready to go through some racing action.
Yeah. Thanks, Oldie. Happy post-Thanksgiving, folks. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it, Wiz, John, others that joined eventually. I think we're going to go over this one, right? You're going to be able to play the audio?
I will not be able to play the audio. As you know, we've discussed, the audio is usually your bag of tea because Azure won't let us play that. So with the way it's set up, but
we're going to be behind.
System likes the 2 a lot here. I'd actually wanted to single the 2 in tickets. The 8 is only 4%, but is your second choice and is getting bet. And that's Ben Colebrook. It just missed last time on the lead. It does look like it might be a need the lead type in a race with other speed. The 9 Blue Topaz, if they go too fast, could be interesting here. Hasn't really run, 0% trainer, but gets Garcia, who's a good jockey, and is moving back to the dirt here and does see a jump back to 63 GSR. So the 9 may be dangerous here if the horse can break okay and gets the pace to run into. Your thoughts, what do you like here?
I didn't look at this race at all. I didn't really monkey around with Churchill too much. The few races I played, I got beat at the wire and wasn't anything that I wanted to continue on with. So didn't really monkey around here too much. I'm more interested in the Del Mar one, but we'll get there after this one.
And I like the 1 as well here. Stage Bell, the long shot, 13% top GSR here. Again, another horse that just missed last time out, and gets to stretch out and gets dry dirt for the first time since June 15th.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Brad, what's going on? Happy Thanksgiving. And Mike tonight is Evan Williams Bottled in Bond, the white label, the 100 proof stuff. All right. Can you hear Travis Stone? He's going to be behind, but hopefully Oldie doesn't ruin it.
I'm going to play a 2-1-9
tomorrow for
exacta box.
2, 1, and 9. I like that.
2-year-olds. Hence the name. Stars of tomorrow. First post 1 o'clock.
Is that how Stars of Tomorrow work?
Well, they usually have them tomorrow, so.
But then won't it be Stars of Today?
No, they'll still be Stars of
Tomorrow. Waiting for Blue Topaz and Ladon. They are in the gate. And they're out. Okay. Imperator Furioso, bit of a bobble coming out of there. Good start for Eyes of Gold. Stage Bell down toward the inside. Animal Fries is up there too. Stagflation and Lipochrome. And Ladon from the far outside with some speed as well. So the field races up the chute and they head for the main track. And it's Lipochrome who comes on to take a clear-cut lead. Ladon's going to stalk the pace in second with Animal Fries down inside third. Imperator Furiosa mid-pack while fourth. Eyes of Gold advancing in between from fifth. Stagflation sixth. Stage Bell seventh. Blue Topaz near the back with Soul Air. The leader, Lipochrome. The lead a length as they head down the backstretch run. Ladon stalking outside. Animal Fries stalking inside. And Eyes of Gold is right in the mix. fourth. It's 2 lengths off the lead. Imperator Furiosa stuck 4 or 3 wide of the far tournament, revving up nonetheless. Farther back, Stag.
Well, the system was right on the single there.
Within 4 lengths of the lead as
I would bet, but I may have spoken too soon.
2.5 furlongs to hold it. Ladon is poised. Imperator Furiosa comes on 3 wide. Eyes of Gold finds a seam, switches outside. Animal Fries going to try and come through toward the inside. Big opening there. They're off the turn. Here comes Animal Fries down inside. Here comes Eyes of Gold outside. And now it's these two head to head. Animal Fries down inside. Cut that corner. Grab the narrow lead. Eyes of Gold is finishing fast as well. Animal Fries and Eyes of Gold. Animal Fries digs in. Animal Fries digs in to win.
So the pick 5 paid 24,000 plus 24,350.
Wow, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice indeed. So you had that exacta there, right?
No, I did not. Did I? What did I play there? I played the. No, I didn't. I played 129.
129. Okay. Yeah. You left a 3 out.
Yep.
Tony Newton, Edgar Morales. Yeah. All right. Let's get over to Del Mar. We got 4 minutes. Figure something out here.
All right. So Del Mar. This I know you've handicapped.
Yeah. This, I mean, I think I'm all about the 6 here because based upon the race yesterday, that's just sort of where I would land here. I think that he's going to go out and get a pretty easy lead. And if they go as slow as they went yesterday, it's going to be tough to catch him. And I think some of these other ones are kind of compromised. They're going to be back there. They could make different decisions. The 3 was the other one that I would key on as well. If I was going to play a double here, I would want to go with the 3 and the 6 here.
Yeah, so I did not like the 8 horse here. The GSR just doesn't fit for going the longer distance against this kind of company. You know,
and these are funny races out here to where there's long periods of time where really nothing is going to be going on. They're all going to be traveling at a leisurely pace. It's just going to be a lot of decisions and questions of which rider makes a move here or there based upon how things shake out. I thought there was maybe only one other horse here that would go on the lead with the 6, but I don't remember who it was.
The 5, probably.
Yeah, the 5 they could put on the lead. I mean, Mike Smith for Sheriffs. I had this debate about doing the pick 6 on Sunday. I think it was that we played where we were talking about the second race where Mike Smith was on the 2 horse, good inside slot position on a turf sprint and still screwed it up. So would I trust him here on the lead? No, but that'll take starch out of the 6 for sure.
Well, and you know that this horse wasn't good enough. You know, if it doesn't get the lead, you know, so it has that one win here at Del Mar in 2021, not on the lead, but you know, for the most part, it needs to be pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if that happens, maybe the 1 or the 3 get set up here. I'm a little skeptical of the 1, who's the current favorite, because I look at the way Chad Brown placed this horse. And, you know, this horse was running against, you know, allowance company, but better company in Europe. And, you know, he didn't put this in a stakes race or a graded stakes race here. He put it into an allowance non-winner of 2. It didn't win, and then he won a non-winner of 1 restricted. So how good is this horse actually?
I don't know. I mean, it's 3-2 now, so everybody is sort of figuring it out, right? So the question is, what are you going to do with it? So if I go and look at and we're getting close to post. 1 minute.
Yeah, I got it up there. They're not even on the turf course yet.
I mean, exactus. You're getting 11 to 1 for the 6 to the 8. That's the cheapest price you're getting. The best price you're getting is 6-7 at 200 to 72 bucks. Okay. So 11, 27, 32, 15 to the 1. So it really hasn't really settled yet, although 6-8 appears to be the exact favorite. Now 1-8 is the exact favorite, $7.
Yeah, and for me, I kind of like, if I'm looking for a horse that's going to come in the money, that's a longer price. I kind of, besides the 3 who's 13 to 1, but I kind of like the 4 a little bit.
Yeah, now the double pools are much different in terms of how the 1 and the 8 are being weighed in the exacta pool. That I can tell you as well too. Okay. It's wildly different, and there's 30,000 in there right now. It's settling at 6-4 right now, and 1-4 at $11, 1-5, 6-4, 6-5. The 1 is turning to be a popular combo in both pools.
So Brad wants to know what you want the time to be at the 3/4 mark.
As slow as they can go, man. This is a horse dropping off the Breeders' Cup too, right?
Yeah, only 9% next time out.
Yeah.
I know, a couple losers today too.
The Chosen Vron was 9% the next time out too, right?
Right, but there's no Chosen Vron amongst this group.
Yeah, Brad, 112 would be a dream. An absolute
dream. So also I have to ask, what's Tide currently at?
What?
What's the Tide currently at?
I did not look at the Tide today because their weather is usually not indicative of any weird tide. Weather this time of year is different than summer.
Planetario.
Oh, the 1 basically walked out of the gate.
An astronaut. Speaking scout.
I'm loading. They're still loading.
All right. Well, I'll keep my mouth shut beyond that. I just know that the 1 basically walked out of the gate.
I'm going to mute you.
They're off in the Hollywood.
You mute me. Just like my wife.
Clemente started slowly again today. Good beginning for Balladeer and Astronaut. Balladeer is going to kick on and set the pace.
Mm-hmm.
Astronaut second, Eastern Ocean on the outside third. Luca tracks them in fourth. Then Speaking Scout 6 lengths off the lead, just ahead of Planetario. Francesco Clemente will trail the field early, about 12 lengths off the lead. They race on the first turn. We're front-running Balladeer and Victor Espinoza doing their thing here, 24.76. Not a very difficult opening quarter for Balladeer, who comes into the stretch first time round with a 3-length lead on Astronaut. Eastern Ocean is third, some 6 lengths behind. Then it's Luca, Speaking Scout, right behind them.
Keep thinking he's saying Eastern Airlines.
Francesco Clemente trails. There's still a lap to go, and Balladeer's the one to catch. Balladeer by a length and 3/4. Astronaut second, 49 flat the half.
114.
Is third, Luca fourth. Outside of them comes Speaking Scout. And it's Planetario and Francesco Clemente still settling along at the back of the pack here, 9 lengths off of front-running Balladeer. So they head toward the backstretch. Balladeer the leader by a length and a half, with Astronaut second. They go to the backstretch, 1-2, and right behind them is Eastern Ocean in third. Lucas fourth to the outside. Then it's Planetario and Speaking Scout. And still unhurried is Francesco Clemente. Continue up the backstretch here. In pursuit of Balladeer. Astronaut still a length and a half behind. Eastern Ocean is third. Luca to the outside, fourth.
Come on.
It's Planetario and Speaking Scout. Francesco Clemente is 7 lengths off the lead. Around the far turn, Balladeer by a length. Astronaut second. Eastern Ocean third to the inside. Lucas sent along. And still last is Francesco Clemente. He looks full of run. Just needs a place to make his move. He's going to swing to the outside now for the stretch drive. Balladeer in front with a furlong to run. Luca, Francesco Clemente on the outside. Planetario is right there too. Astronaut and Speaking Scout.
Still not good enough at 114.
It's going to be a photo finish, and it's going to be Planetario in a photo with Francesco Clemente and Luca in the Hollywood Turf Cup.
Great ride on the 4 by Barrios.
Photo finish, hold all tickets, final time 2:28:02.
So you are not going to be happy.
I saw it. No, the 4 got there. The 6 just didn't have enough. I mean, it didn't help that the 5 was on its ass the whole way around.
Yeah, but it went 114.
Yeah, I know.
You know, if he goes 112, this 5's not on his ass.
I know. But it is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna. I can't complain.
Right.
The 3 not winning was disappointing as well. But again, you know, you're getting pretty good value there with the 3s in the exacta. I mean, your 4-3 is going to pay you 53 to 1 there if you like the 4. And that's a typical Richard Mandela horse that'll get from Brazil, and you get a good turf rider.
It was a perfect ride by Barrios as he came in and found space towards the inside and didn't swing wide like the 1 and the 3 did. But, you know, you look at this horse, not only it had been running against solid company here, just he hadn't gotten the right setup or the right conditions here.
Yeah. Why am I having so much trouble over here? Anyway. Yeah. I mean, it's just unfortunate that it didn't work out with the 3, because the 3 would have been really nice in the double. Really nice.
3 would have been really nice. I agree. All right. So Delta, I think, just went off.
All right.
And all their sick Delta buddies. We got Golden Gate, 8 minutes to Golden Gate, late pick 3.
We'll go over to Golden Gate since we don't have anything else better to do, but we will get to some Delta and degenerate stuff. Lone Star will be starting. Remington starts a little after 8. I think there was one other one that was going.
Lone Star, Delta. Well, there's Charlestown is back.
Yeah, and the interesting thing, if you you have the screen up.
I do, yes.
Okay, go to a race view.
I'm on a race view.
No, up at the top. Click on race view. There you go, and then go over there and click on tracks. The bottom left, and then sort that.
Oh, Evangeline was the other one.
Sort it. So Remington Park, the other way, yeah, that's bottom up. Sort the top. So 62% at Charlestown, the EE picks. I'm pretty sure that's just the top 2. I don't think that includes the long shot, but
yeah, and this looks about right to me. It's what I would expect.
No, it fluctuates. It goes up and down. It really does. But Del Mar was at 80% at one point with top win percent.
Yeah.
But you got to wait a bunch of races to get those get prices there. What did you hit, John? You got a good call on the 3 and 4 and being in the money. Played them both.
I think he hit the exacta.
I don't know. Whatever he hit, good for you, man.
Yeah. Boom.
It's always nice when if people hear things and they go and form their own opinion and cash. That's great. We love that.
Here's my late pick 3 at Golden Gate.
All right, we got about 6 minutes before the light goes on.
I know you love that the 6 at Golden Gate, who's 0 for 14 lifetime, is currently sitting at 2 to 1.
Oof, not dropping. Just not winning. Against a big field.
Against a big field of pretty terrible horses.
I may click over here. Is the 6 on your ticket?
I did use it here, for show purposes. to make sure try to make sure the ticket stays alive. What's interesting is the 19% 7 horse, who's the long shot here, is 11-1 right now. And you're getting 3-1 on a 7% horse because of this last out near win. And it does draw, the 5 does draw Espinoza as well, so that might be why. But
I would do something like this. Go get clear, either save, take a screenshot or whatever you want, but clear all the legs and go.
Do this the other way.
Or I could just, you know what? I could just share my screen.
No, here. Well, yeah, that too, but I could do this with you.
Yeah, so just get rid of go back and do a new pick 3 at Golden Gate. Just erase all your stuff.
I'm going to leave my stuff up on the other screen. And then I'm going to give you your own screen.
Oh, sweet. Dollar base.
Dollar base. Hold on, I got to clear it anyways. All right, now it's cleared. Start new wager. Pick 3, dollar base.
16. 616.
16. Heard the 6, didn't hear the 1.
Get rid of the 6. Chuck him out.
Get rid of the 6.
Regenerate.
Sorry.
That. I'd play that.
All right. I think that last leg is way more wide open.
Could be.
There's a good shot. The long shot could go gate to wire there. And there's some decent late running horses at prices too there.
Yeah, but it'll pay good for $1.
Yeah. So that's Chris's for 16 here. No, that's for later. This is me for would be 20 at $1. So
there you have it. All right, where are we at with the light at Golden Gate? This one we can show.
We got 3 minutes. We got plenty of time left.
Yeah, so probably could think about a double here too. If you could fade the 6. I mean, the 6 at $2 is the double will pays right now are wide open. They're getting 10-1 minimum with the 6 as a winner.
Yeah.
4, 5, 7, and 8 were the other shots. So obviously the 7 and the 8 being better. Go Marcia Storts. She's the trainer of the 7 and the 8.
Do you know her?
No, I don't, but she's got 2 horses in the race, and maybe she can make something happen. All right. Let's see. 2 minutes.
2 minutes to post here.
Freshening. I question when
Matt's talking about stuff.
He questions. I can bring the video and the audio up, though.
Oh, that's right.
I question whether he can do that. He's going to have to show me that he can do back-to-back good races like that. 2 minutes until race 7, everybody. Good luck.
We're getting close here.
We got trials at Evangeline Downs next.
Isn't by rule racing at Evangeline Downs a trial. Both your patience and your
Probably. There's an interesting horse in that race that's 23-1, but I'm not sure that angle is going to work. But stranger things have happened. 0 for 8 horse trying to break its maiden in a 2-year-old trial.
So you're saying there's a chance?
So the long shot is 7-2 off a 12-1 morning line. So it'll be interesting to see if that one floats up. The 8 is likable right now at 9-2, but I'm worried that one's going to get hammered.
And the runners have now reached the starting gate for race number 7. Start of the late pick 3.
All right, so I believe you had the what here? A bunch?
4 through 6. 4, 6 through 8.
I got to go back to my Golden Gate. I had the 4, 5, 7, and 8. No 6.
I Am Amadeo and Stout, the first 2 to load into the starting gate.
Money's coming off the 6.
My bucket list coming up.
0 for 14.
Yep. 6 seconds. What I would term a hanger.
Yeah. I mean, if you can run second like that in New York or Kentucky, that's a useful horse.
Yeah.
In terms of a barter.
Still working with Western Sierra.
I saw Storm the Court was running today.
Yep.
He almost won. I think we've said that how many times since the Breeders' Cup win. I don't think he represents the 9% well.
Just
he doesn't. He's the 91%. The poster horse for the 91%.
I couldn't believe it. I looked it up and I was like, this might be the same horse. And I was like, it totally is.
Yeah, I was looking at it like, he's still running?
I mean, he ran well. You certainly can't fault him for running him.
Well, no, not at all. I mean, he's not that old. I think I looked it up. He's only 6.
Yeah.
As luck happens, blasts out of there is up top with Maverick Rose. Those two share the front running spot, and now as luck happens, clears off by about a length from Maverick Rose in second.
Stablemate Western
Sierra is third, along with Fincarn, who's making up ground.
Yeah.
I Am Amadeo down on the inside of him.
Maybe Maverick Rose
back to Cardinal Trick with My Bucket List. A similar
can get on board.
Stout and a big space to Callum, who's the early trailer detached from the rest as they charge into the forward turn. As luck happens at 7-2, paves the way.
3/4 of a length.
Now a half length. Maverick Rose attempting to get closer in the second spot.
It's pretty hot pace for this level, though.
Under severe pressure. Western Sierra just passed him. My Bucket List is on the move. Swings 4 wide at the quarter pole as Maverick Rose and As Luck Happens go at it. As Luck Happens on the inside, holds on to the lead. Maverick Rose can't keep up. My Bucket List is coming on with Francisco Duran, and here's My Bucket List to challenge As Luck Happens. My Bucket
As I said.
To the front.
Yeah.
Today's the day.
If today's the day, then I'm going to make a ticket that'll be around that and back up the other side. I'm going to let 0 for 14 horses beat me all the time. But congrats to My Bucket List. You got the job done. He's given her, or him, his fillies are...
This looks like Colts.
He was giving that boy some love, and that's great.
But this is a gelding, so...
Yeah.
But let's make sure we notice that we did not get from Matt that he can cross a win off of his bucket list.
Yeah, that's correct. All right. Flip over to Evangeline.
Number 6, my
Evangeline.
bucket list is second. Number 4, As Luck Happens.
There we go. Flipped.
All right. So let's take a look at this. So sort them by GSR. These are 2-year-olds. Typically, EquinEdge does pretty well. The track is on fire, so those picks are hitting. We saw that in the track win percentages.
Fire.
Let me turn this guy off. They're heading over to the gate now. So if you sort them by GSR, what do we find? Who's the top? It's the 1, who's now taking some money. But, here we go again, another career maiden trying to break its maiden in a 400-yard trial, which is difficult enough against other horses that are fairly decent. So,
and doing it from the rail.
Yeah, and the rail it's not bad here, but it's I think I liked, what was it, that look at this, who is the one, the 8,
the power of faith.
Yeah,
winner against 58s.
Couple of wins is what I'm really looking for here. These are young horses.
Yeah,
you need somebody that kind of knows what they're doing. So that would be probably something that I could anchor some things around in terms of a pick 3. They do let you play rolling doubles here, which is very nice. You don't get that at Remington, so it's not. But the 8 is probably something. You're on the outside. It should be a fairly decent setup.
What about I'm just looking, I like the 8 a little bit. I like the 4 a little bit.
The 4, again, like you said, a lot of yellow here. What was the thing that let me go back.
And then you have the 3 who's won a grade 1.
Yeah.
And is not currently sitting as the favorite.
Yeah, and I told you about, who was the one you're talking about? The other one was the 3, which was the EE morning line favorite at 7-5. The 7 at 3-1. You're not wrong on any of those. It's just that I think the 8 is a little better here, mainly because it's one on this track too. So at 400 yards, which is handy.
All right, so I'm gonna
7 is first time 400 yards. So GSR wise, you're down towards the bottom.
All right.
The 8's in the middle, to be fair. But that's how, if you're looking for some level of action here or how to use the system with quarter horses. In this case, time does matter in terms of how fast they're running.
Yeah.
So, and strength of race is important. The 8 also was the 60 on the strength of race. This one's rated a 68. So it kind of felt like, but there's a lot of unknowns between other than the 1 and the 8, really the only ones that have the rating. Then you got to flip over the EE metrics and look at that. And that's telling you that the 3 and the 2 should be the 3, 2, 7, and 5 are in the 4, or the 8 the 60s. So evenly matched group, but I like the 8 on the outside. Has 1 from the outside. Should get a good run. Just need to break, and I don't think we've been having any problems with breaking. So
yeah. 2's got a little break problem. 3 just caught the 7 last time out.
Mm-hmm.
After dueling.
Yeah.
But,
I'm curious to see what the 7 or the 8 is going to go off at between the 3, 7, and 8. Yep. 2 is probably the next one down on the list when you look at horses that have a chance. I know it was like you got to throw out the grade 1 because a lot of these horses. But when you go back and look at the race before the grade 1, which was in the slot, But this horse qualified but didn't win its heat. It ran fast enough to get into a grade 1. So typically they have quite a few qualifiers for the 12 spots they have. So the horse appears to be fast if it, look, and that was when it broke out, dueled, and missed. This one, it broke in the air. So you kind of look for these, like one of these days, these guys are going to get, they're going to get a clean break. And I feel like you're inside you could take a chance on that for the 5th time and then make a note, say, don't ever do it again.
Well, if you want you also have the possibility he breaks out into the 3 here too.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you want to see wild rules. This is Louisiana rules and regulations. So
yeah, I don't know what their rules and regulations are, or if they have any. I know they were an anti-HISA state.
Yeah. All right, so they're going into the gate here.
And the 3 went through the gate.
All right, well, I've got it up to...
Mr. Audio Man, the 3 is through the gate.
Yeah, well, he
didn't get away, but he's just kind of standing there. The jockey's off, though.
They're loading right now.
Why did they pull an extension cord out of one of the? It's either a lasso or an extension cord. Looks like a yellow extension cord.
You're way ahead of me. Oh, I see that now. I don't know.
Well, somebody's getting scratched because they're pulling everybody out of the gate now,
including the extension cord.
Yes.
I think that could be a flipping halter. So,
could be. It looked like an extension cord to me, though.
Yeah. Well, let's be fair. The video here at Evangeline Downs is what you would expect to find at Evangeline Downs.
To be honest, though, it's better than Delta was in the past, even though Delta's gotten better, too.
Delta's way better. Delta is like the Saratoga of...
No, that's Fairgrounds. It's the Saratoga of Louisiana racing.
I'm talking about their video. Their video is the Saratoga of all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Their video is way better.
I think the 3 might be getting scratched here.
So soon, Oldie, we're going to be like, have to figure out what nights we'll do this, but we got to do Turfway Park nights.
Equipment adjustment on the 3.
Ah.
They need to plug in his extension cord.
They're going to gild it?
They're going to use a soldering iron, yeah.
A lot of I know a few vets that use a drill, just twist it off. They numb it up and everything. It's a lot better than I've seen before. So I don't have a judgment one way or the other because I'm not a vet.
Wiz says they need to fix the bridle on the 3.
You need to fix the bridle. Huh. All right. So how did everybody do on the football game tonight? So I had a few wagers. I see Miami won. I think the under got beat, right?
It was interesting to me that you were talking about that you only are allowed one going in the gate, but you're only allowed one sports betting option in Florida.
Yeah, we'll talk about that as we go to the gate here, but that's it. We have one option. Nobody is really complaining about the lines or anything. Everything seems to be pretty fair. You may be able to get better options in states that have multiple ones, and that's to be expected, but it's not like, you're talking, if you're getting plus 160, you're getting plus 165, right? Yeah. It's not It's not
Well,
embarrassing.
We have about 7 or 8 that are competing.
Yeah, and I think over time there won't be 7 or 8 because the cost to run those operations and the amount of money that they actually make are wildly different than what people think.
Well, most of them are online only. There's only a couple that have a physical sports book.
Sure, but
And DraftKings isn't going. Can't remember if it's FanDuel or DraftKings, but one of them's not going anywhere because they're building. We're off here.
all right.
Your 2 broke very well.
I'm behind you here. They're going to call it right now, and I'm going to see it. There we go. The 2 did break well.
Great. Yeah. I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, he's running well. The 8 from the outside is closing, but not. Wow.
2-1-8.
2, 1, and 8. Yeah, and we kind of went through all that, right?
Yep.
So when you go back and look, you got the system still up there, 2, 1, and the 8.
Yeah, we got Del Mar race 8 about to go off. It says off there, but I don't think it's actually. Oh, it is off. And you got the 5 on the lead. I'm just going to call it since we're late getting over because of the delay there at Evangeline. You have the Baffert horse, who's I believe the long shot actually, but went off at 4-5.
That's all.
And just rushed up with a Mike Smith like middle move, even though Juan's on aboard. Very mid-level pace for Del Mar for a mile.
Yeah. I'm behind you, but I'm still saying the same thing. What do you like here?
Well, I was single to the Baffert in the pick 5. And the horse looks pretty loaded, so.
Yeah, he's doing okay. I just saw the half mile in 47. Typical Baffert race.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of those other ones are going to have enough.
It was close. You'll have to wait and see. That's 6 singles, though, if you haven't finished yet, that I've been correct on today.
Yeah, Baffert horse wins there.
I mean, that wasn't the toughest single.
No, for sure.
I mean, it was a
typical Baffert race, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more over there.
One more there. We got 0 minutes to Charlestown, race 1. 0 minutes to Delta, late race 3.
Delta race 3 is off. So we'll move on from there. Lone Star, race 1. All right, let's get down on it with some Lone Star. Is it fast tonight? Yes, it is. It's not wet. Interesting. Okay. Second win percentage. Top pick, top pick, top soar. 3 squares, 6-1.
Massive drop.
Mm-hmm.
Like they dropped this thing off a balcony.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting, this 8 who's 25%.
Look at these, 0 for 8 and 0 for 11.
Yeah, so what about the 5 who's top GSR?
Well,
Lightly
you have
raced.
Third out, Couple of starts here, squeeze back, off a layoff. What is, guy's 14% off 111 horses. He's done it before. It wouldn't be the first time for him.
Yeah.
5 to 1's a square price for sure. You could put it in front of the top 3 there. I mean,
13% too.
You sort win percentage wise, it's fourth in a total spread race. The 1 0 for 10. I mean, 3 straight seconds, but real tough to kind of go through there.
And our 2 is 0 for 12.
Yeah. So then you got to look at like the bottom horses there. The 9, third out, it ran second on its debut. Had a steady effort at 110, ran at 400. GSR is the same. It's a 3% horse, but you could probably value that somehow, some way. Trainer is 8% off of 12 horses, so he's done it 1 out of 12 times. Cutting back. I mean, if you want
nothing to get I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, the GSR stinks on a lot of these horses, but wouldn't you take a flyer on the 10, Junior Americans O'Toole at that point too?
Sure, why not? I mean, 1 off last time. Again, this is another one. 3 bad starts. One of these horses with a bad start is going to get away. And I don't think it's going to be the 8 or the 2 because they've had that opportunity before and they haven't closed the deal. So,
well, the 10 gets the outside post too.
The 10 does get the outside post for sure. 5, key around the 5. That's what I would say.
Okay.
If you're, depending on how you like to bet, what you like, exactas, tries, key around the 5. And don't be afraid to say, okay, I'll put the 5 just in third place and key on the other 2.
Right.
The 2 and the 8, I mean, the 2, again, is another one of those long-time losers. And it's floating up to 7 to 1 off a 2 to 1 morning line.
Yeah, I mean,
there's good exacta combos with the 5 for sure across all the horses. The lowest you're getting is 20 to 1, 5-8, 5-2 is 24 to 1. So not bad stuff in second. I'm sure they're playing well in third as well. Lone Star, definitely a track with a quality signal.
Yes. You can see the grains of the dirt.
Or
sand.
Yeah, they actually hosted a Breeders' Cup one day. That'll never happen again.
Well, they can't even outport their signal for thoroughbred racing. So, and I'm assuming that's still the case. So we won't be doing any Sam Houston shows.
For thoroughbred racing, I do believe you're correct. Nobody will do Sam Houston shows except for the people at Sam Houston.
Because otherwise, I'd be open to doing like a Wednesday Sam Houston show.
Yeah. I wish one day that Tampa would put lights up and go night racing, or even Gulfstream for that matter.
Well, and Gulfstream has some sort of lights because they turn it into a dance club.
Yeah, but they would need to put lights up all the way around the track to make sure that we can argue over all the different angles. I'm still surprised they don't have a drone operator there like they do at Santa Anita.
Yeah.
Because the drone is very handy.
You know what, though? I think that's a fly zone. It may be too close to the approach to the airport.
Could be.
All right. Well, at least on my screen, we're in the gate.
All right. Well, I'm close to being in the gate. So 5 is down and 9 to 2 on my screen. 8's at 8 to 5. The 2 is at 9 to 2.
I have 6 to 1 currently on my screen on the 5. And the 5 is not in the gate anymore.
I think we talked about the 9 at one point, right?
Are they backing horses out of the gate here?
Probably. It seems to be a backing horses out of the gate 9.
This is the Doug Gruden. I don't know if there's any relation to John Gruden Award of Excellence race.
John Gruden. I don't think we've had a John Gruden reference before, but all right. You think he'll ever be a coach in the NFL again?
No. I think there's a better chance that he ends up as a college coach.
College coach redemption tour?
Probably.
College coach Netflix redemption show. Like maybe he takes the job.
Boom.
Maybe he takes the job at BYU.
Boom, try. They're going to boom.
I'm watching. I'm seeing.
Today's the day. If you're 0 for, today's your day.
10-5-2 or what was that finish out?
I think it was 10-5-10.
10-5-10.
Yeah, or 10-5 or 10. I'm sorry, 2-10-5. As I just saw the replay.
2-10-5.
Yep.
Not bad.
The late money poured in on the 2, though.
Mm-hmm. And the 2 was one of those 0 for 12 horses along with the 8.
Mm.
And the 2 went off at the longer price at 8-5. No, yeah, 8-5, same thing as the 8. Like you say,
and the 10 still broke poorly from even with the outside post.
No, but at a square price for sure.
Yeah.
And the 5, we thought the 5 would do something. And 8-1 off odds there. That
well, and we'll hopefully have trifecta probable soon. So we would actually know what that is going to pay right now too.
Well, the 210, it finished 210, right?
Yep.
210 finished was a $44 exacta. The 2.5 was a $15 exacta. So a more probable thing, but getting the 8 out was huge, and not having the one out as well, or the 4. So not bad. That trifecta should pay, I'm going to guess, pretty decently at
probably like $30 to $50 would be my guess for 50 cents.
Yeah, but if you like the 2 in the top, you play that 2 over the 10 or the 5. The 4 was the top pick for Trackmaster, and it was the E long shot. So the key there was throwing out the 8. When you sort the win percentages there,
yeah.
If you get rid of the 8 and the 1, you pretty well got it. The 10 was the other pick, just based upon the.
How does 1 get declared a Trackmaster?
Trackmaster is on the.
Do you proclaim yourself a Trackmaster, or is there like an apprenticeship program to become a Trackmaster?
Trackmaster is product.
I know it's a product.
All right. Okay, where are we? What's next? You got Golden Gate?
We got Golden Gate. I am single to the 9 here at the gate. Let's bring you back up here. We're alive, or you're not. So you were, that's my ticket that came back up. I don't know why I did that. I cleared that up. There's yours. So you were 2-9 here. I actually didn't like the 2 at all. Here, if I wasn't playing the 9, I actually like the 8 some here. And I also like the 6 and the 7.
Yeah, I'm going with Nick Alexander and Bronski. That's what I'm going with here.
Yeah, I didn't like this horse at all.
Huh?
We'll see. For sure. Many, many chances on synthetic.
I know. A lot of these do.
Yeah.
Wiz needs the 4, the 5 at Elangeline. I don't even know if we're past that yet, Wiz. Let us know.
Ooh, actually, so that trifecta played nicely. I think I need a boom from the audience for this one.
What did it pay?
$176.10 for a 50-cent bet.
There you go. That's legit. And you could have played that for $6 several different ways and caught it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I just played it at the base.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll take it. And with Illinois taxes, that actually only paid $175.45.
Man.
I know it kills you.
That is a boom. That is a boom. All right, they're getting close.
Yeah. They are not. They're wandering around.
Super high five.
Here we go.
$16. These are dollar bases here, right? Del Mar has the 50-cent base, and those kind of annoy me. It's just harder.
The 10 and 20-cent bases were like a Gulfstream are the ones that annoy me.
I shouldn't. The Mountaineers 50-cent one. I scooped the pool there once.
Yeah, I know.
Flashing on the
But
starting gate.
50 cents is hard.
The runners have made their way towards the gate.
Unless it's like the dead of winter and nobody else is betting Mountaineer. Oh, the red light's on.
The red light is on.
Who did you have here? I had the 2 and the 9.
I just have the 9.
Just the 9. All right.
9. All right, we're heading into the gate.
Loaded into the gate. Miami Lady. Mama Mocha coming up. Vronsky fade.
Amazes me that I'm getting what we're getting on the.
She's a runaway.
She's a little runaway. On the 6 here, I think the 6 is a little better than 24-1.
Street Shadow, Carol Lombard. Hand to the outside, Alfonsia. We're ready to go. And they're off. Slow break from Delusively. Good beginning from Vronsky Fade. Alfonsia steps on the gas from the far outside post. Frank Alvarado wants her in front, and she crosses all the way over to the rail. So job well done there as Alfonsia enters the turn. A length and a half clear of Vronsky Faint taken back to second today. Holy Zags and Carol Lombard, they race as a pair. Street Shadow, the Emerald Down shipper, 5 lengths off the pace in the 5th position. A length clear of Mama Mocha. Then Miami Lady, slow starting Delusively. Passing She's a Runaway, who's the early trailer up the backstretch. 9 lengths from first to last, and Alfonsia leads the way by a half length. Vronsky Faint applying pressure now with 5 furlongs to go, turning up that pressure indeed. Alfonsia's in front of neck from Vronsky Faint on her throat latch. Holy Zags in a good stalking spot third. Carol Lombard is parked 4 wide. Street Shadow down on the rail with a half mile to go is getting closer while on a snug hold. Mama Mocha, She's a Runaway. They're side by side. She's a Runaway's advanced a couple spots. Delusively still second to last, and Miami Lady drops to the rear. 3 furlongs to go. Alfonsia shaking up to keep pace. Vronsky Faint still right there with her. Carol Lombard, Street Shadow getting closer as Holy Zags is losing ground. Looks like she needs to turn it around. She's a Runaway's getting into the race. Mama Mocha right behind horses. Delusively caught 6 or 7 wide off the turn. Vronsky Faint pounces on the front running Alfonsia and takes the lead. Vronsky Faint in charge. Delusively is coming like a rocket off the layoff. Can she get there? And Miami Lady from the back of the field. Miami Lady from last to first, but Delusively has a say late. Here's the line. Delusively got it by a
Great
nose.
finish.
Miami Lady, Vronsky Faint, She's a Runaway, and Carol Lombard.
Carol Lombard just not good enough.
No, Vronsky either. I mean, tried like hell for sure. 5-1.
Yeah, and top GSR, if my memory serves me correctly. Yep.
64. Yeah, I mean, you can see it, right? It's around
Yeah.
distance, one first, a third. The soar
Cool.
was top soar as well, 65.
And lightly raced, too.
Yeah. Certainly an overlook. Not one we really considered. Off a layoff, looking at the trainer, 14% on a 21 try, so probably a couple. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Got Del Mar coming up in 10 minutes.
Let's see if we're
7:18. And we've got 7 minutes to Delta.
got 1 minute to Evangeline.
1 minute to Evangeline.
1 minute to Evangeline, which is not up here, so let me get another trial.
They usually have a bit of a post drag and then probably an equipment adjustment. So we should have plenty of time. Yeah, they're heading to the gate now. So I think Wiz said he needed something here, the 4 or the 5 for the daily double. And I don't know if that was the race before or not. Top pace is the 1, 6-1, the long shot. Broke its made the last out. Top GSR is the 2.
I don't like the what do you think of the 2?
Well, it's first try at the GSR and gets a little bump, so at least it's not a regression. 5's won twice.
And I think the 7 is very vulnerable.
Yeah. 3, third out. Big price. GSR jump. No soar. Don't really care about that here.
Yeah. What about the 6? Currently sitting at 9-1, just missed against 64s. And 68s, this is a much easier group.
Yeah, just run a lot, not one. I don't like
yeah,
that.
But most of it's against better than this. I'm going to go with the, I'm going to see if they're off, but I'm going to go with the 6.
2, 3, 5. That's my combos. They're not off.
They are not yet to the gate.
2, 3, and the 5.
2, 3, 5. All right, I am going to go 6, 1. I'm just going to play a straight. Actually, so I'll do. Let's do this. Let's do 1, 2,
3, 5, and a little love to the 1 too. So I could do like put the 1 and 4 first, and the 2, 3, and 5 in slots, and do some supers that way.
I'm going with a 1, 2, 6 exacta box.
I'll key the 1 with the 2, 3, and 2, 3, and then a 1, 5. Something like that. They're dancing around the gate here, doing their Evangeline shuffle.
Is that like the curly shuffle?
Pretty close.
Knock, 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 knock. So my question for Aaron Rodgers, back to football, is why come back to a team that's going to be eliminated from the playoffs by the time he gets there?
Exactly. That shit just not going to happen. I mean, they just, there's no way. And even if he does, I mean, what the hell? I mean, is he really going to be that much of a magic thing? And drop back to pass is just not going to work.
Well, and
through the gate, that's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally see your point. I mean, I think that Miami game just went over. A lot of people I know had under on it. A lot of friends of the show who's still been on fire and doing very well.
Yeah.
And our friend Razor, but that was sort of brutal. I didn't play the under there. I had Tyreek over 100 yards, and Miami to win by 10 or more.
Honestly, I didn't get home till maybe about a half hour before the game started, so I didn't even have time to look at any of that.
Well, we hated the 7, and the 7 won.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Only gray horse in the field, for the record. Del Mar, 5 minutes.
2 minutes to Delta, or 5 minutes to the last at Del Mar that I thought was pretty wide open.
All right. Well, we got Delta in 2 minutes. Let's just flip there real quick and see if there's anything interesting. 6.5 furlongs. You got a square 70 in the 7. 5 for 3. 0 for 3 at the distance with 1/3.
Not dropping. I see that the 4 is taking a big drop.
Mm-hmm.
Is it what track is AZD? Is that
Arizona Downs?
Downs, yeah. So that's a Arizona Downs shipper that hasn't run well since a little over a year ago. But
well,
does seem to have had a previous level in the 56 to 60 range, I would call it.
The long shot at 3-1. There's not much here, man. This is a hard one to go find anything that. I mean, the 8 is 6 for 16. I mean, there's something about that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
same trainer as the 4.
11 for 46. 20% trainer.
Has in the past at Delta beaten horses in this range. Again, we're back into 2022.
I know.
Let's look at one other thing here. So since we know that Isa Gonzalez has 2 horses here, so that the 4 and the 8 she's 7, sorry. It looks like her first call or her more used jockey is on the 7, for whatever that's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Not much here. Let's see, the John Arnett horse has some speed, but if I had to take a shot here, I would take a shot in the dark on the 8 at 26 to 1.
I agree. All right, flip over to Del Mar. Let's talk about that. Well, I got the Delta one up, and then we'll flip over there. 5 furlong on the turf sprint. Got to look at the inside 2 horses, and the 1 being the favorite.
Yeah, so hold on, let me get that up. The 1 is our favorite. Come on, there we go. The 5, don't you forget, is your top win percentage and top pick. You're getting 2 to 1 there as a co-favorite now. The 8 is your top GSR and second win percentage. It has lots of yellow. I don't know what's happened since it came back off the layoff. Let's look here at the pace scenario. I mean, there are faster horses here. The 8 definitely seems to need the lead.
I like the 3 a bit. Brian Corner, Valdivia up, 3rd off. Give it a look.
1 can rate a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
But, the 5 is 40% for Peter Miller here.
Yeah, it is. You got the wand combo. It should get the setup here.
Yep.
It's got all the right things, but these turf prints are crazy. I mean, you got to look at the 2 just because of post position. Those inside do well.
I looked at this 2-2. I actually used this 2 in my pick 5 ticket.
Did you say you looked at this 2-2?
Yes, this 2-2. Not just because of it being O'Neill and Fresu, but also note the 6, 6.5, and 5.5 numbers. And I'm just not buying the 5 number here. So I think this 2 is going to outrun those 9-1 odds.
I think I do too. I mean, it's certainly useful in slots. I like the 3. Like I said, you've got inside horses there. So pairing those with something maybe you like on the outside, potentially the 5, even the 8, which has got a big block of yellow and then nothing. So does this horse wake up? I don't know, but I do know. I when I used to live down there, I knew Jorge Parabon, and he is a very nice man and a good horseman. And even though he doesn't do a lot of races, he's a good guy. He also doesn't get a lot of violations. So,
which is saying something. By the way, the 8 finished second at Delta, and the favorite finished out of the money. So I did throw $2 win place show. No, nothing huge on that horse, but it should pay decently.
The 5 win that race at Delta.
It went 5-8-4.
Delta.
You and all your sick Delta buddies.
Yeah, I mean the 8 we talked about is the long shot. The 4, the win percentages there, all but the 8. Yep.
Yeah.
Who was the final order?
It went 5-8-4.
5-8-4.
So your heavy favorite, the 3, did not finish in the money.
All right,
Delmar, they're off. And if you want me to call the race, the 9's on the lead, being pressed by the 8. The 1's got horse. 5 seems like a non-factor at this point in the race. 8 takes over, being challenged by the 1 and the 2. But it's going to come down to the 1 or the 8 here. 8-1-2.
That was the Jorge Parabon horse we talked about. Good for Jorge. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He deserves to win races. But again, that was second win percentage.
Yep.
Had run second here, top GSR, and had won those blocker races there. And just for whatever reason, you look at the trouble there. It just really hadn't seemed to get a trip, and it seemed to get the trip today.
Yeah, I think it helped that it had the 9 going to the lead and could just stick right on its hip.
I think that's a couple winners in the last few days, at least for the jock too. Maybe he's woke up a little bit. What did the final order finish there end up?
It ended up 8-1-2, I believe.
8-1-2. Well, the 2 would have been the longer shot. Frazier, not a big surprise.
Yeah.
He gets horses there.
Every time I hear his name, though, I want to say bless you.
Yeah. All right. 1 minute to Lone Star. 870 yard. 870. stakes race of the non-graded variety, of course.
Battle of the Breeds claiming stakes.
Yeah, so this is all mixed breed. You've got thoroughbreds, there are probably paint horses in here. There could be all kinds of different things.
6 is your heavy favorite. 2 for 2 at the distance. Looks like a thoroughbred. This is probably the lowest SOR I've ever seen on a stakes race, though.
I used to have a horse that ran 870. He ran a lot faster than these guys, I can tell you that. 6
Yeah.
2 for 2 at the distance. The 3, the 5, 3 for 17, getting prices. The money bags, close at this distance. It's been a while since it's got anything, but
You got one trainer with 3 horses. The 1, 6, and 3, same trainer.
The quarter horse Baffert of Lone Star.
And you have another one with 2. So 5 of the 7 horses are trained by 2 people.
Awesome.
I'm just looking here. I don't really see much that's in the way of value. Maybe the Karen Jacks thoroughbred. No, this is a quarter horse. First time. Let's see what she's 0% off the claim.
The 5 hasn't won since 2020.
You got a money bag on the 8.
Mm-hmm. 4 to 1.
Also a long shot. 14 to 1 currently live.
If you get 16 to 1 here, or 14 to 1 here on the 8 as they load, it's worth doing something with. Even if 6-8 is paying $39, 8-6 is paying $116. So this is where you got to go to the shopping cart and look at exactas and doubles and figure out how to play these. I mean, yeah, you can make a win bet, but nobody's going to bet the 6 Shifty Henry at 6 to 5 and fire. That's why this is the only advantage you have about it at night is you're not playing against the computers. They have to power down all their servers in the cloud to save money. All right, they're going to the gate. The 8 is still not getting crushed yet, so. What do you think, Oldie?
I like the 6 over the 138 over the 138 for a try.
6, 138, 138. Got it. I like it.
I'll play it for $1.
Battle of the Breeds, 870. They're giving away $57,600 they don't have in purse earnings until they have to finally give in and export their signal.
Well, maybe scratch the 1.
They're going to scratch the 1?
No, they did not. They should have, but they did not.
This is Texas, man. You know what it takes to scratch? More blood. All right, they're off for me.
Yep, me too. 6 ain't winning.
Huh?
6 ain't winning.
6-8 winning.
6 ain't winning. And neither is the 8. The late money had it correct in terms of who won, I believe. And I don't think there'll be an inquiry.
No, they only do inquiries on the weekends.
So have yours finished yet? Can I tell you?
Yeah. What was it?
134.
134. Yeah, it wasn't a bad idea to throw out the 6 there. I mean, you get these races like that.
The 1 ended up going off at 3-2. That's the problem.
All right, where are we at with Chucktown? They're just getting ready to go. They got a late change. They're backing horses out.
It looks like the 2 is being scratched.
Hitting a high percentage with EE picks. The 6 and the 2. The 2's a scratch. You're getting 6-5 on the 6.
5's worth a shot here.
5?
With that scratch. First time starter.
Yeah.
24%.
Mm-hmm. And as our friend Bob Barker always says, price is right.
Yes.
6 to 1.
Or as he said,
1 to key in a lot of spots. Hey, folks, hit the like button too while you're at it. Thanks for joining us tonight. If there's anything you want to talk about, tomorrow racing, tonight racing, we'll be here for probably another hour. So, all right, we want the first time starter here.
well, 5 did not break well. Six got an easy lead. I don't know that you're going to learn much on the 5 here with that bad break. So on to the last at Golden Gate. Golden Gate Fields. And Evangeline look like they're going off. Let's look at Evangeline real fast. Looks like you have a 64% horse there in a trial. Looks like Evangeline's not playable on this next round 3.
Yeah, looks like that 6 meant business there.
Yeah, well, the 5 also broke very slowly.
All right, Golden Gate, race 9.
All right, so Evangeline, by the way, I just took a quick look at, and you have this heavy favorite, 64%, who looks legit. So I think that's a pass for me there.
Yeah, the long shot here. One last out. Not impossible.
That's the 5, though.
Long shot's a 3.
No, I know. I'm saying the 5 at Evangeline.
Oh, yeah.
We're winning at grade 1, winning at grade 2, 2 trial victories. Working solidly. All right, so Golden Gate, the last Golden Gate, got a minute to post. You were 2-7 here.
Yep.
I was a little wider. I thought this 8 was very interesting. As a horse that has a shot here if this pace breaks down. I did not like the 1 at all. Again, putting another horse in the winner's circle here.
The 4 hasn't won in forever.
4 is a stopper.
I'll stick with the try with the 2. I know we're at the same level. They going in?
They were not close yet. The light just went on, but I will put this up for everybody.
Get the audio one?
Yep. Yep. Just hasn't said anything.
So tomorrow we start what, 3 o'clock?
JC's a legend. The
3 Eastern, yep.
Into the gate. Moonrise Drive coming up.
3 Eastern tomorrow. We'll be back. We'll have more turf racing. I think there's some decent races tomorrow afternoon. Maybe we'll take a look at that between the 2 early Remington races.
3 Brothers.
A little after 8.
Oh, great. Post position number 4.
Oh, yeah.
I need to get Brent Musburger. Yeah, I just threw that up there to remind people that we're live tomorrow. It's a really nice, some really nice cards tomorrow.
2 more runners to round out the field. Cut across Shorty. And after cut across Shorty, incredible shot. Here's incredible shot.
The Devil Dog is going with 2-7, 1-2-7-8, 1-7-8.
We're ready to go.
Try. Good luck.
A couple of the inside runners ready to roll in there, settling down. And Laroff in the finale.
Matt Ditterman soon to call Oaklawn.
Usual, gonna get you good coming out of sprint races.
Front of the show.
Get after that leader. He's second early. 3 Brothers joining the party on the front end. 3 Brothers in the blue jacket punching forward to challenge Oak Great on the front end. They hook up and set a quick tempo. Hydro Frost off of them in third. So
yeah, we'll go over
as 3 Brothers is very keen to go
we'll
on here.
Wildly different approaches.
Yes, I already have a ticket. It's already in. It's already shared to people.
Breaks as the early leaders now slow the pace down, and JC's a legend got caught off.
I didn't put it in that one.
Is now settled in 5th. 3 lengths behind, another 2 lengths to Moonrise Drive
Well,
with
send
Cut
it to
Across
me.
Shorty. Incredible shot, patiently ridden
I'll
down on the inside.
put it up on the
Goes
screen in a
well
minute.
the early stages in midfield, 2 clear of the 2 trailers.
More than I
together.
wanted to
Bit on the
spend.
prize and
All right.
JD's Rude Boy with a half mile to go. Coming back to the front end, 3 brothers, oh great, side by side now as they hit the turn. Hydro Frost in the 3rd spot with Gonna Get You Good. JC's a Legend slipping forward.
I played a 5-7-8 exacta here.
Rail saves ground. Incredible shot is a clear 6. Still patiently ridden by Billy the Kid, is looking for racing.
That
room,
one's
4
looking
behind.
strong.
Cut across Shorty under pressure. JD's Rude Boy losing ground. Bit on the prize. Cuts the corner. Passes runners down on the inside. He's looking for a spot. Bit on the prize is Hydro Frost got the jump. Hydro Frost has a big kick for the final furlong.
Yep.
He pulls clear. A 3-4 length lead now for Hydro Frost. He ran 11 times sprinting. Now he tries routing. And did he love the route? The answer's a decisive yes. Look at this. That was just an easy paid workout for Hydro Frost. Bid on the prize was 2nd. Photo for 3rd. JC's a Legend and the big long shot, JD's Rude Boy. Moonrise Drive rounds out the high 5.
All right, we're 19 minutes to Remington. We want to do we have, looks like we have some time here.
We got 5 minutes to our friends at Delta. More Louisiana racing. This time thoroughbred. Creekside, your favorite.
That is my Remington ticket.
1 for 5. Oh, you're on a Remington. Okay.
1, 2. So we're and the race 1 was interesting because the E picks and the win percentages were nowhere close to matching up. You have the 4 and the 8, your top, and the 1, your top win percentages, and the 2 and the 9, who are your top 2 picks, are both at 7%. And ironically, the 5 right now is a co-favorite. But I thought that I preferred the E picks, and anytime Mindy Willis puts Stuart Elliott up on board, you have to pay attention. They've beaten me many times here, even though they didn't run last time out. And then I actually really like the Gustafson horse here.
Let me see your race 3.
Race 3, I'm just 256.
Yeah. See, you're missing a horse there.
So what horse did you like there that you think I'm missing?
I think you are missing the 4.
Yeah, I don't think I'm missing the 4.
All right. Well,
I don't think at 38 GSR that I'm missing the 4. I think I dropped the 4 on purpose because I saw the GSR there, and I don't think this horse wants any part of routing. It gets a low percentage jockey. This is the kind of long shot I let beat me.
Fair enough. I just didn't think there was a whole lot here to have to beat, and I've seen worse beat me at Remington. I'm not necessarily saying I would single the horse for sure.
Yeah.
But the 5 is certainly worthy there as well.
For sure. And the 7 hasn't run, but the 7 is by Mucho Macho Man, and I think has a shot there. And the same story really for the 1, who probably should be on turf, but the GSR is actually better here. But I went 256 here, top win percentage by top 2 E picks.
Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. I mean, I don't doubt your strategy there for sure.
And even if I didn't want to go with the 1 here, which before scratches I wasn't going to, this just played out in a manner that it makes it hard to to go anywhere else. I really didn't want to go with I really didn't want to use more than one horse in this 4-horse race either, to give myself a chance to spread elsewhere, because everything's going to be low price at a low price here.
Singling the 1, I see that. I mean, that's all you can really hope for.
Yeah, I mean the 2 was the second with the what's it called? The ticket generator liked the 2 a little bit. The 5 is showing some speed but breaks slow, and the 3's shown nothing. The long shot since basically a year ago. So maybe this horse just wins once a year. All possible. And then I thought race 5 was wide open.
Yeah. Did you check the workout reports on the 4 in race 3?
I did not know.
I can tell.
But again, the workout reports, you know, it's like the 5 that a lot of people used at in race 7. It was either race 7 or race 8 at Churchill today, where the horse was a 4-star work, but wanted no part of routing.
Yeah. It's also the most points of any horse in the card tonight.
All right, we'll see what happens. It's GSR versus the Bruno, what is he, Delta system?
Well, he's got a number of different systems, so.
Yeah, so I'm just, but you know, this 2 is a little interesting. I don't think it can go gate to wire. There's a little other pace here, even though we got the square here in the last, and I think this could set up nicely for the 5.
All right. Go ahead and move me over. Put me on stage.
All right. You are on stage.
All right. So that's what I did. Dollar base, $32 ticket, small budget. Sorting by win percentage here. Tracks on fire. Win percentage and top picks are both hitting. So I'm including those 2 tops here, as well as the 4 and the 8. Throwing out the 1 with the long shot. Just not, 1 for 13. I'll let it beat me there. Leg 2. Here we go. I mean, you're 9-5 and 6-1. The E morning line. They'll probably be closer to the first and second choice. The 2 will take a bunch of money, along with 1 or 2 of these other ones that we don't know about. 4 and the 5 here, top pick and the long shot. Just trying to really get by. Then Oldie's saying single. If you get lucky here and get the long shot, which is the Foo Flighter, the one I talked about. The other obvious one, is the 5. The 2 will obviously take some money there as well. And in the last leg, tossing the 5, going with the top 2 win percentages here, mainly due to pricing. So, yeah, $32. We'll see what happens. Yep. That's in 11 minutes. Where are we at now?
We are at Lone Star, where we could either go to Penn. We're 1 minute from Penn National, or we could go to Lone Star and start looking at.
Get a quick look at Penn, and we should go to Lone Star.
All right. I mean, you do have at Penn, you do have the second choice top win percentage, who is a first time starter and is at 33% and 5-1. So just keep that in mind. I wouldn't throw Penn out altogether there.
Yeah, well,
I don't even have Penn in it amongst my favorite tracks on. I have to go into the massive tracks to find it. But all right, so Lone Star.
This one is fairly competitive. I mean, you're going to have some pretty good favorites. The 2 is 44%, and the second pick, Top Soar, hasn't won since breaking its maiden back in August, but seems to fit here. Price is right. 7, the long shot, naughty little wagon. Broke its maiden last out in the mud. GSR not too exciting.
Exciting and new.
All right, you go back to the screen. 5 minutes to Charlestown. So the question is, right now there should be a bet. Who will go off first? Charlestown at 5 minutes to post, or Remington Park at 9 minutes to post?
I was going to say, or Evangeline at 11.
Evangeline at 11 will be after. That would be the third place. The Charlestown and Remington will be close. Actually, I think it might be Remington, Charlestown, Evangeline.
I'm gonna go Remington, Evangeline, Charlestown.
Yeah, we never know, man. We've had a bridal adjustment tonight. So Penn
the one horse.
Penn the one horse is that the horse's name?
Search for Hope. Yep.
Who's the race caller at Penn? Anybody know? Anybody know in the chat? We're playing the rock and music at Penn. We'll bring Penn up here.
Got to be careful with that music at Penn.
Wiz does not know.
I mean, they're loaded from. Actually, no, they're not fully loaded yet.
I got it up. We'll roll with the audio.
We got John Bogar, according to Jason Batts. Humphrey's cousin.
You know what you're not supposed to do is Bogart. All right, we got way too much audio going on there. For the one down, bet down at 4-1.
It's still 7-1 on my screen. Currently.
Still 7-1 on your screen, huh?
Yep. And they're off.
They're off. They're not off for me yet.
4-1 is where the one landed.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Google says Larry Colmus at 1. At Penn. Yeah, no.
No, I don't think so.
Pretty sure Larry is in San Diego. Having a very nice dinner at this point.
Favorite looks maybe beaten here. Of course, I may be jumping the gun. But the one seems like a non-factor. Unless he's able to... Nope, non-factor. Down the stretch, it's the 3 pulling away. I'm going to say by the finish by 6 lengths over the 6. No, not the 6. I guess that would be the 4.
Yeah,
the way it showed up. Yeah, that would be. All right, we got Lone Star, race 3 coming up. Who did you like here again?
Lone Star.
Lone
The
Star.
Spaceballs fans out there.
He's the one man that'll give me the raspberry. Lone Star.
I mean, the 2 was the only one that was the interesting one for me because of the top win percentage and the top score.
This might be a all picks try here.
Could be, for sure. The 7 also in form, but the money win, you wonder if that was an outlier. If you just wanted to like bet a $20 win bet here. Yeah, we're going to play Remington here. We've already got tickets out there. Ray, we'll be right over there after this Lone Star race.
I'll throw this back up there. While we're watching Lone Star.
Lone Star.
Interesting. Very interesting. Let me know when you've seen the entire race.
Yeah, with the 2 winning at 44%.
Yeah, and the four getting the whole shot and nearly falling on its head.
Yeah. I mean, the 2, you bet down at 2-1. So, I mean, not a big surprise, but still, you got to make a choice between the 2 of those there. If you're going to do anything because just short notes the value. All right, let's go to Remington, and you can show yours. And I have mine up on the screen here in a second.
Dale's early day lead double is 2-9 over 1-2-3.
All right, so that's Oldy's pick 5.
Yep.
I will share mine right now, and then we'll pull up the audio.
Three minutes to post.
Is it up?
It's up, and it is good.
All right. That's what we got, folks.
Yep. And just so you know, in our contest here, Charlestown is nowhere near the gate yet.
That's not a big surprise. So, what else would I do here with leg 1? Remington does offer an early double along with their pick 5. It's a $2 base. If you can pair some things up, Remington doubles pay nicely, but you're either going to have to hammer favorites or keep them ABC Sports. That's nice because I'm old enough to remember all that stuff. Chris Schenkel.
We're spanning the globe for all the horse racing action.
Yeah, I mean everything from boring stuff to whatnot. Obviously, we're not as polished as any of those guys. In the double, it wants to single the 1 in leg 2, second race. And Bernatini, it's been a look for this horse, and I see Asanobia downs and no wins, and I immediately question what the system is thinking there. So I'm going to X that one out and regenerate. And then it pivots to the 5, which is the other 32% horse, which at least has a recent win back at Prairie Meadows, third off the layoff.
All right, so I'm going to clear this out, and I'll do a double thought here as well.
2, another one with a recent win, breaking its maiden after 8 races. This one is a rough one to come up with anything. Anybody with anything recent. The 6 lightly raced, 15-1 morning line, going to be a big price. Stepping up in class here. Really not a whole lot, but still somewhat of a long shot if you wanted to pair that up with somebody you liked in the first leg. I just can't find a lot here in this second one other than what I used in the early pick 5, which was the 2 top win percentage horses, I believe. The 1 and the 5. Even though I don't, the 5 win for 15. You're asking for some prayers here.
This would be my double.
1
long top pick over and long shot over second pick 12%.
1-9 to the 2. So 1-2 pays 40 to 1. 9-2 pays 30 to 1. 15 to 1.
Not bad.
Not bad. I mean, that's you play 1-2 there and you hit for $10. That's giving you 400 and some odd dollars. Those are great. Those are help you all day long.
I know you didn't like the 1 here, but I thought the 1 was a little interesting.
Going in the gate.
I'm good. Charlestown got off first. They just left the gate. Evangeline hasn't started loading yet.
All right. Well, we get ready here for Remington, so I'll let you call the race.
Against all odds, Charlestown. The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat.
Charlestown would not have been the favorite.
No. And they're off. And who do you like here? Because they're all in a row. The 8 gets a slight advantage and looks like might get the lead. The 5 is coming as well. And the 1 and the 2 along the rail. Everybody else is restrained a little bit. The 8 and the 5, the 8 is pressing the 5 now. The 1 is in good stalking position if the horse is good enough. And here comes the 9 for Mr. Gustafson. I maybe should have played a 1-9 exacta here. 5 kicks away a little bit, but not much. Here comes the 1. Here comes the 9. The 1's going to hang and not pass the 5. 5's going to hold on, it looks like. And it's the 5 who is 10 to 1 on the morning line and bet down to 5 to 2, and we are dead. We did not have the 5 there. So somebody knew, it wasn't us, unfortunately. One just didn't want to go by that 5.
That horse was game, man.
Yep. Well, also the 1 kind of ran right into the hip of the 5 there and then had nowhere to go. So that was not my best ticket there, unfortunately.
I couldn't get that 9 home.
Couldn't get the 1 home. I mean, the 1 was...
Yeah.
Somebody knew, though, because that 5 was bet down from 10 to 1 to 5 to 2.
Mm-hmm. %5 horse.
Yeah.
Hadn't won in the moon.
Hadn't won in the moon. It had been the last 2 times it was on the lead, it stopped completely. at 6 and at 8. Maybe it just wanted 6 furlongs.
It was certainly game. It was not giving up. I thought the 9 was going to, potentially roll by, but just didn't have enough there to roll by.
To roll
Maybe
time.
save a little ground. I don't know, something like that.
I thought the 1 was going to roll by, and you could see the horse just hang. Didn't want to go by. So we have going to hang till Remington race 2. Is that right?
Remington race 2. Sure. Why not? We got about 25 minutes till there. That'll work. We can do that. The next thing we got live coming up is Delta. They do offer a pick 4 here, if you're so inclined to figure something out.
Oh,
You've got a top piece square here in the 1 at 19-1. That has won twice doing that. Once at the distance in the mud.
Yes.
2 back.
Against 38s, though.
Mm-hmm.
So
now, you got to consider the class on a lot of these in terms of, especially if they're not a lot of shippers and who you're dealing with here. Street Art, the long shot, 17%. Horse trainer is 15% off a layoff. 80 days with 13 starts, so that's probably 1 time.
Six. I mean, there's really not much here, which is why the 5 is a significant favorite.
I mean, the 6, you seem to have a lot of horses that either win on the lead or don't do anything.
Yeah, 6 was great a little bit.
You wonder how many of those are going to go to the lead. The 3's another one that the long shot that has shown the ability, at least at this level, probably to sit off of it if it can. The 5, which is the top pick at 45%. It's been back a while since the win, right?
Yep. It's been going back and forth between Villafrancos, too. American Smooth.
6 is probably the best longer price out of the bunch. Certainly had most of its success at Evangeline, it looks like, but Muddy Track last out.
I mean, why not a 5-3-6 exacta box here?
Sure, and put the 5 on top and the 3 and 6 in another bed, and then also do a smaller price, just 3-6, just in case.
Let's see what you have in the next race here. Scrappy Artie, drop in. So you could play as well if you don't like the 5. You could play the 3 and the 6 in a double to the 5 Scrappy Artie here if you like Scrappy Artie in race 7.
Sure. There's many, and you go check the will pays on that, and I'm sure it's paying fairly well once you get past this one. I mean, I don't think I would do a pick 4 here, but certainly your double there. I mean, even if you like Scrappy Artie and then you look to a pick 3 in the 3rd leg where you've got 3 horses that are going to be taking all the money in the 5, 2, and 4 and trying to pick one of those, even though the top pick there is a 7% horse, and the long shot is a 7% horse. So,
well, the 6 horse is a West Coast shipper from San Anita and Del Mar.
And you don't see too many of those, that's for sure.
Yeah, was a grade 1 winner.
The trainer is 20% out of 41 tries, by the way, at that angle.
Yep. And, was a grade 1 winner in Chile. Moves to a higher percentage trainer as well. So you could do something like, do we have time here? Yeah, we still have 4 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
So
so.
you like the dollar denomination. Let's do, let's say $8. Let me just look at this 4. I didn't like this 4 off the top of my head, but I didn't want to go 5-8 here. So hold on, 5-8. I'm going to drop the 5. What about this 4? It just doesn't look like it can rate at all. Here for $12. Something like that for $1.
Yeah, so I'm going to do, I won't have enough time to show this, but 6-5 all is $5 for $1. So I'd punch that a couple times, and then I would get rid of the, I would punch the 5 a few times as well, so 6-5-5. And then the backup ticket would be 6-4-1-6 to the 5 with the 6 key. So I'm all in on the 6 to start, because if I get that horse and can key that up, it'll pay fairly decent.
Mm-hmm.
And if it goes off at that price, probably some sort of win bet as well. Let me see. What was yours? You were 3-6-8.
Over the 5.
Yeah. I get checking the 5 out for sure, because at the level it's running, I mean, Eduardo Ramirez, I mean, he's 24% off the claim at 86, so you can't discount that for sure.
But the amount of money I'm spending, I'd rather try to make money than.
Yeah, if you wanted value in here, you could go 5-6 cold and then something else in a super, where if it finishes 5-6, and I'm going to guess the 5-6 at Delta is probably paying fairly well in the exacta. Yeah, 23-1. I mean, it's the longest shot on the board other than the 7.
Yeah.
But if you're going to play a super, getting the 6 or the 7 at home in second is going to spice things up, unless you hammer the 8 and don't go all in everything. So what color light would Delta have?
Delta? Like a green light, I would say.
Green light?
I mean, I'm just going off what I remember the Delta colors from Animal House being, but
we haven't been there in a few shows, but yeah, I hear you. Hey, thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with us. Hit the like button. Come see us tomorrow. We'll be here afternoon. there are some stakes races and some good cards to go over. So
Yeah.
I'm going to poke Oldie tomorrow into pick 5 ticket stuff. So he doesn't know that yet, so don't tell him.
Into what?
Going over pick 5 tickets and structure and valuation on how many you include, all that kind of fun stuff.
All right, we'll see.
It'll be good. It'll be more of that, I don't know who said it earlier, old ABC stuff.
All righty.
We should get those gold jackets with like the E symbol.
Like members only jackets?
No, not members only.
They're in the gate and they're off at Delta.
Yeah, I'm still in the gate and they're not off, but they will be in a minute or two. They used to have like a $2 million race there. Remember that? The Delta jackpot?
No.
Yeah.
I think that's made up.
No, it's true. They used to have a race.
I know.
It was for 2-year-olds. It got you in the Breeders' Cup back when money was the qualifier. None of those horses won.
I didn't think so. All right. Well, the 7 is being pressed by the 8. The 3 looks very live and is about to go by both of them. Now it's just a matter of whether the 5 can run down the 3 or not. Because your 6 did not run.
The 6 did not run.
I mean, he got out of the gate and is not going to be a non-qualifier. 3 getting really leg tired, but we get the 3 home at 10-1. We beat the 1. Yeah, I mean the 5 went off as a 1-5 favorite.
Yeah.
And Delta's got a great reverse button that they just used on their tape, which looked like an old style tape reversing.
Well, you got the long shot there over the favorite, right?
Yep.
3-5,
American Smooth, not so smooth there.
18-1 on the exact, 10-1 at off odds. Not too shabby.
Well, and as they say at Delta, every spring the toilets explode.
They do say that. I've read that before.
And when you're a trainer at Delta, before you get suspended, do they put you on double secret probation?
Triple secret, super secret. All right, Lone Star. And then we've got the race after Lone Star between Charlestown and Remington, and then we'll all see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining. Hit the like button. Appreciate it. Get a day pass, a weekend pass, a subscription. It's a decent product to follow for sure. All right, we got a pretty big field here, Oldie. 350 yards.
Yep.
The 6 is 40%. 1 for 11 lifetime, 0 for 3 the distance with a couple of seconds. So looking at winners of the distance, first take a look at the 7, first class train, some recent yellow. Like to see that. Like to see
and likes to win every other time too, appears, and this would be that time.
So we're at the other time thing here, which works. Next would be the 8 at 5-1. Back in July, off of a break here, trainer is 17% out of 129 at this move. And with a new horse at 16% at 132. So pretty big sample. He's done it before. Yep. Probably a useful sort at 5-1. Not one of the top picks. Back over to the 9, who is also a previous winner at the distance, broke its maiden, 3 wins out of 5. I'm guessing those other 2 were troubles, awkward start. 9 certainly kind of useful here at 15-1. You'll have to forgive the sore, which is a little bit low, and I'm guessing GSR isn't doing too well here either.
And the 9 was just scratched as we were looking at it.
And the 9 was just scratched as we were looking at it, so that's helpful. That's kind of what you have here. The non-winners, the 11 is top GSR, tied with the 8. 8 was one of the ones we talked about. The 9 had the most yellow. It's like, go scratch the most yellow. The 7's got some. That's the every other one. That's probably the every other one here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And the 1's a tad bit interesting. I mean, its last win came at Sam Houston, but 3rd off the layoff. Just missed the last 2 times out against similar. Draws the rail. And is a long shot on the 1. I don't mind the 1 here.
Yeah, I kind of like a 7-5 double here, to be quite honest. I mean, the 5 is a heavy favorite the next one. And I like my chances here with the every other on the 7. Looking what a 7-5 double pays here.
I think that the 9, I like the 9 better. This is a thoroughbred race, apparently, or really slow horses, one or the other. It's the Arabians. But check out this 9 horse in the next.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of yellow, graded stakes Arabian winner. It's the same trainer. It's the same trainer, of course. And but yeah, I think I prefer the 9 to the 5 here. But maybe the 5 just didn't like the mud last time.
Pick 4 pool is sitting at $1,500 US. 2 is fractious and sitting down in the gate, has its butt down, and they're like, all right, well, we're just going to start the race anyway. It's completely cast. The starter is opening up the front of the gate. Most other tracks would be showing the American flag at this point.
You're just behind.
Well, of course I'm behind. Oh, there we go. There's the grandstand.
Yeah.
So they built a nice grandstand.
Gorgeous grandstand, yeah.
There's not many people there.
It's a big night, too. I mean, they could be inside. You can't really tell. Is there a casino there?
Oh, no, that's Texas.
They only allow betting on the rodeo there.
Charlestown is showing 0 minutes to post, and Remington is showing 3 minutes to post.
Charlestown, amazingly, is out on the track. I was expecting to click on that and see them still circling around the paddock.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think Charlestown goes off first again.
Hmm?
I think Charlestown goes off first again.
Well,
We're going to get the Charlestown double here.
Shut down.
So I'm looking at the track handicappers at Remington, and none of them are using your 4 either.
Oh.
Which is probably a good thing for your price.
That's the thing. It's like I used to tell Scotty when he was on, is when he was doing quarter shows, is you had to, if you wanted your pick 4 to pay, you had to beat Scotty and less. Otherwise, it was going to pay crap. All right, we're still showing the grandstand of Lone Star. We may not. Lone Star may get bumped. Where is Charlestown?
Charlestown is still kind of galloping on the track. They've not reached the gate yet that I can see, even though they're only showing 1 horse. So
Remington might beat them.
It could be a 1-horse race with, and that horse could be running for purse money only. At Charlestown.
There was one of those today at Tampa, which I can't recall seeing.
Do you remember? So my mom was a middle to long distance runner, and she was very much into Mary Decker. Do you remember Mary Decker? Mary Decker Slaney, I think. So her and Zola Budd were running a race in the Olympics, and one tripped over the other. If you remember that,
it was a big to-do back then.
That's what's going to happen. That's what it's going to take. Is you're going to need a Zola Budd, Mary Decker Slaney moment where one of those purse money only causes one of those moments, and that'll be the end of the purse money only.
Except if it happens in New York, then they'll just say, we need more of these.
Well, I'm leaving the New York out of that.
Yeah.
And in fairness, I don't even know that Finger Lakes does that. So when we're talking New York, we're talking the main New York.
Yeah.
The start spreading the news, New York.
Mm-hmm. All right, getting close here at Remington. They're starting to go in. They may be the last one of the night for us here.
Charlestown's nowhere near the gate.
Hope you cash.
So Remington wins.
Lone Star, I believe, is off.
Says it's off.
They did scratch the 2.
Could not tell who won, but I think could have been the 7. Looked like it was an outside horse to me.
The 7 was the alternate. Yep.
Yep. I can't tell for sure though, because I'm switching.
It's very close. No, I think it was the 3. The 7 broke its cycle of every other.
Yep. All right, at Lone Star, we got the 4, the 8 on the lead, 4 along the rail, 8 is crossing. Remington, yes. That too. The 3 decided to try to go to the middle of those 2 horses and failed. The 5 looks loaded at 4 to 5. These 2 and the 6 now are coming. And the 1 is sneaking up the rail for a rail ride. At 5 to 2. It's going to come down to the 1 and the 5, and it looks like the 1's got it. A ride that would make Calvin Burrell, or Burrell, I should say, blush there with the rail hug and ride.
Mm-hmm. No, that was the move there for sure. That made the difference. Yep. And you won't find that in any of the algorithms.
Nope. But I will say as well that the rail has been very strong at Tampa on the dirt so far.
I would agree. And like 1 to 5 there, the fact you got 7 to 1 over the top 2 choices is pretty crazy.
Yep.
And even 5 to 1 was paying 4 to 1. So
5 to 1.
All right, folks. I think we are done at this point. Thanks for joining. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern for afternoon racing on Saturday.
One more point. Charlestown still hasn't gone off.
You can always count on Charlestown to not go off.
Yes.
All right, folks. Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
All right.